We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello and welcome to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update in English. My name is Todd and here are today's top headlines. Thank you so much for joining us. President Joe Biden on Wednesday called on Congress to suspend federal gasoline and diesel taxes for 3 months. An election year move meant to ease financial pressures that was greeted with doubts by many lawmakers. The Democratic president also called on states to suspend their own gas taxes or provide similar relief. And he delivered a public critique of the energy industry for prioritizing profits over production. It would take action by lawmakers in Washington and in state houses across the country to actually bring relief to consumers. In quotes, it doesn't reduce all the pain, but it will be a big help, Biden said, using the bully pulpit when his administration believes it has run out of direct levers to address soaring gas prices. In quotes, I'm doing my part. I want Congress, states, and industry to do their part as well. End quotes. Next news. As a young man in Memphis, Tennessee, Robert Dabney Jr. wanted to blaze a path that could set his family up for a better life. So, 2 weeks after high school graduation in 1998, at age 18, he joined the U.S. Army. During 9 years of service, that included 2 tours in Iraq, Dabney was a combat medical specialist. But after he left the Army in 2007 and returned to Memphis, married with children, he struggled to see what he'd gained from his service. In quotes, I had exchanged my youth, ambition, and vigor for a future that is limited just because of my mental health. End quotes. Said Dabney, who was formally diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and depression in 2013. Next news. British socialite Ghislaine Maxwell should spend at least 30 years in prison for her role in the sexual abuse of teenage girls over a 10-year period by her one-time boyfriend and financier, Jeffrey Epstein. Prosecutors said Wednesday in written arguments. Prosecutors said she should serve between 30 years and 55 years in prison, reflecting the federal sentencing guidelines. They made their recommendations to the judge who will preside over a sentencing hearing on Tuesday in Manhattan Federal Court. The 60-year-old Maxwell was convicted in December of sex trafficking and other crimes after a month-long trial that featured testimony from four women who said they were abused in their teens. Next news. The Uvalde School District's police chief was put on leave Wednesday following allegations that he erred in his response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School that left 19 students and 2 teachers dead. Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District Superintendent Hal Harrell said that he put school's police chief Pete Arredondo on administrative leave because the facts of what happened remain unclear. In a statement, Harrell did not address Arredondo's actions as on-site commander during the attack, but said he didn't know when details of federal, state, and local investigations into the law enforcement response to the slayings would be revealed. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV. Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello, and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update in English. Here's a continuation of today's top stories. Thanks for being with us. A man who drove his car through crowds of people in Times Square in 2017, killing a young tourist and maiming helpless pedestrians, was cleared of responsibility Wednesday because of mental illness. A jury in New York City accepted an insanity defense, claiming Richard Rojas was so psychologically disturbed he didn't know what he was doing. The judge has said the finding would qualify Rojas for an open-ended, in quotes, involuntary mental commitment, end quotes, instead of a lengthy prison term. He ordered Rojas held while he drafts an examination order and said there would be a hearing on the matter Thursday. Next news. The Supreme Court gave Republican legislative leaders in North Carolina a win Thursday in an ongoing fight over the state's latest photo identification voting law. The 8-1 decision doesn't end the more than 3-year dispute over the voter ID law, which is not currently in effect and has been challenged in both state and federal court. The decision just means that Republican legislative leaders can intervene in the federal lawsuit to defend the law. A lower court had ruled the lawmakers' interests were already being adequately represented by the state's attorney general, Democrat Josh Stein. Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote that, in quotes, "Through the Great Assembly, the people of North Carolina have authorized the leaders of their legislature to defend duly enacted state statutes against constitutional challenges." End quotes. Next news. The January 6th committee will hear from former Justice Department officials who faced down a relentless pressure campaign from Donald Trump over the 2020 presidential election results while suppressing a bizarre challenge from within their own ranks. The hearing Thursday will bring attention to a memorably turbulent stretch at the department as Trump, in his final days in office, sought to bend to his will a law enforcement agency that has long cherished its independence from the White House. The testimony is aimed at showing how Trump not only relied on outside advisors to press his election fraud claims, but also tried to leverage the powers of federal executive branch agencies. Next news. President Joe Biden on Thursday welcomed members of Wounded Warriors Project to the White House for the annual Soldier Ride, praising the current and former military service members as the spine of America. More than 24 veteran and active duty troops rode 2 laps around the South Lawn as part of the multi-day cycling event. The tradition of the Soldier Ride at the White House began in 2008. In quotes, "You are the best that America has to offer," Biden said. "You embody the soul and spirit of the nation." End quotes. The Wounded Warrior Project was founded in 2003 and assists veterans as well as families and caregivers of service members who suffered a physical or mental injury or illness while serving in the military on or after September 11th, 2001. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV. Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello, and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update in English. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you. Atlantic City's local government is urging its dominant industry to avoid a possible strike by paying casino workers more and hiring more of them. With strike deadlines looming in early July against at least 5 casinos, Local 54 of the Unite Here Union is seeking new contracts to replace those that expired on June 1st. The union has authorized a July 1st strike against the Borgata and the 3 casinos owned by Caesars Entertainment. Caesars, Harrah's, and the Tropicana, and a July 3rd strike against the Hard Rock if new deals are not in place by then. Union leadership would need to take an additional vote before a walkout could begin. But the city council hopes it won't get to that. Next news. Myanmar's military government on Thursday confirmed that ousted leader Aung San Suu Kyi has been moved to a prison compound in quarters separate from other detainees. Suu Kyi was arrested on February 1st, 2021, when the army seized power from their elected government. She was initially held at her residence in Naypyidaw, the capital, but was later moved to at least one other location. For most of the past year, she has been held at an undisclosed location, generally believed to be on a military base. Major General Zaw Min Tun, spokesperson for the ruling military council, confirmed in a text message to journalists that Suu Kyi was moved on Wednesday to the main prison, where she is being held separately in well-kept circumstances. News of her transfer had been reported Wednesday, but not officially confirmed. Next news. Scientists say climate change is a factor behind the erratic and early rains that triggered unprecedented floods in Bangladesh and northeastern India, killing dozens and making lives miserable for millions of others. Although the region is no stranger to flooding, it typically takes place later in the year when monsoon rains are well underway. This year's torrential rainfall lashed the area as early as March. It may take much longer to determine the extent to which climate change played a role in the floods. But scientists say that it has made this monsoon a seasonable change in weather usually associated with strong rains more variable over the past decades. This means that much of the rain expected to fall in a year is arriving in a space of weeks. Next news. Extended drought conditions in several Mediterranean countries, a heat wave last week that reached northern Germany, and high fuel costs for aircraft needed to fight wildfires have heightened concerns across Europe this summer. And it's only June. In quotes, much of the continent is in drought, said Kathleen Stoof, an environmental science professor at the Netherlands Wageningen University, who called the wildfire outlook, in quotes, very challenging across Europe, end quotes. Fires last summer blackened more than 11,000 square kilometers. That's 4,250 square miles of land, an area more than 4 times the size of Luxembourg. About half of the damage was in the European Union. We're going to take a short break from the daily global English news of Millennium News TV 24/7. Please stay with us. Thank you.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV. Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Hello and welcome back to Millennium News TV 24/7 Global News Update. Here's the continuation of today's top stories. Thank you for being with us. The World Health Organization convenes its emergency committee Thursday to consider if the spiraling outbreak of monkeypox warrants being declared a global emergency. But some experts say the WHO's decision to act only after the disease spilled into the West could entrench the grotesque inequities that arose between the rich and the poor countries during the coronavirus pandemic. Declaring monkeypox to be a global emergency would mean the UN Health Agency considers the outbreak to be an extraordinary event, and that the disease is at risk of spreading across even more borders, possibly requiring a global response. It would also give monkeypox the same distinction as the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing effort to eradicate polio. Next news. Thousands of people are returning to England's Glastonbury Festival as the 5-day music and performing arts event reopened Wednesday for the first time in 3 years, after being disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. The festival, which is marking its 50th anniversary, has 3,000 performers scheduled, including Billie Eilish, Diana Ross, Kendrick Lamar, and Sir Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's weekend gig will make him at age 80 the festival's oldest solo headline performer. Festival goers started lining up to enter the gates at Worthy Farm in Somerset southwest England, early Wednesday. Many struggled to get to the site because the festival coincided with the largest rail strike that Britain has seen in decades. Next news. The Colorado Avalanche are on the brink of their first Stanley Cup title since 2001, thanks to Nazem Kadri's overtime goal. Even if the two-time defending champion Tampa Bay Lightning don't believe that they should have been counted, Kadri scored at 12:02 of the extra period to give Colorado a 3-2 victory in Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final and move the Avalanche within a win of their first championship in over 2 decades. Without specifically saying, Tampa Bay felt Colorado had too many men on the ice for the winning goal. Lightning coach John Cooper suggested the goal should not have been allowed. In quotes, "We're all in this together. Players, coaches, refs, everybody. But this one is going to sting much more than the others." End quotes. Cooper said. Next news. Paulo Banchero thinks he should be number one. Jabari Smith Jr. is sure he won't go beyond number two. Chet Holmgren would be happy with either. The freshmen have been considered the top 3 players available, in some order, in the NBA draft. The Orlando Magic will determine who goes first on Thursday night, with the Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston Rockets slated to follow. Smith, who led Auburn to its first number 1 ranking, gives a slight edge to himself but is impressed by all 3. In quotes, "I think I'm perfect because just my ability to affect both sides of the ball and my ability to knock down shots and affect winning at such an early age, an early part of my game," end quotes, Smith said, in quotes. "So I feel like that's why I'm the number 1 pick. Those guys are great watching them all season, just how unselfish they are and how much they contributed to their teams so early," end quotes. This has been the daily global news update of Millennium News TV 24/7. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Todd. Please log in to get the latest news on all of our social networking sites. That means Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. On TikTok, we are Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel, which I hope you check out, is News Channel M24. Viewers, and now on both network broadcasting, Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV. Also, all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news, views, and editorials. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA, Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv24.com. Please stay with Millennium News 24. Thank you, and God bless.